Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. The purpose of my YouTube channel is to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine so it can be a viable alternative to fast and ultra-processed foods. The approach to my cooking system, which is called a fast cooking system, is to help you to make home cooking effective, practical, and fun. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about cooking shrimp. Now, shrimp comes in different type of sizes. But one of the major differences is that some shrimp come with shell and some come without shell. So there's a question that you quite often will ask, shall I buy shrimp with or without shell? For most of people, buying shrimp without shell seems to be easier because the shell's already been removed, so you can start cooking right away. But my recommendation is for you to buy shrimp with shells and also to buy shrimp as large as you possibly can or you can afford. The reason is that when shrimp with shell, the storage time is much better and they are more likely to be protected against freezer burn. And furthermore, that shrimp that are large usually have much better texture compared to shrimp that are small. Now, this is the shrimp that I have purchased with shell, and they are called the Easy Peel shell. In other words, you can remove this shell relatively easily. So it's not a problem. After you've thawed it out, you can just simply peel it off. And thawed out this shrimp is very straightforward, and they are the fastest food to be thawed out without using microwave, because you can thaw them out by submerging them in water or in running water, and they will be thawed out in about 5 to 7 minutes. And today, the shrimps are frozen individually through a flash freezing process. They have excellent quality. Now again, in order to make home cooking practical, efficient, you need to have the ability to cook them very quickly. And stir frying provides the ultimate cooking technique that will allow you to cook with the speed that is unparalleled. So I'm going to show you how to cook this dish, which is shrimp with 3 different kinds of vegetables. It is one of those dishes that if you come home late at night and you want to have something that is delicious, unusual, as well as something that is quite nice and extravagant, like a beautiful shrimp dish, this will be the dish for you to try. Now, because of the way how I cook this dish, the wok is perfect because the wok allows you to cook dishes with different ingredients, and it will allow you to time it in such a way that all the ingredients are cooked to the perfect texture that you want. In here, I use a Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok, and the reason that I prefer this wok is because it is easy to clean and maintain. I can always keep this wok spotless, and furthermore, this wok seasons extremely well using my spot seasoning method. Each time when you start to cook, you will season it with this method, and this will guarantee you have a non-stick cook surface. Okay, now we are ready to cook. Now I'm going to use, first of all, use a mushroom, which is my favorite mushroom. It's the king oyster mushroom. It has very unusual flavor and texture. And I have them already in my advanced prepping, so I can just find them in the refrigerator and I'm ready. And then I follow by using about 1.5 cups of broccoli florets. Again, the broccoli is in my advanced prepping, and this is the importance of advanced prepping. So the first step is that I'm going to stir fry the mushroom and the broccoli first. And the reason I did that first is because it takes a bit longer to stir fry them. And furthermore, the texture of the broccoli and the mushroom is important, but it's not as critical as the shrimp. So I want to make sure that I will cook the shrimp to the right texture. Now, even though this is a large shrimp, it is a 16-20 count. The 16-20 count means that how many of those shrimps you will find in a pound. The fewer the number of shrimp that you find in a pound, the bigger they are. Now, as you can see here, the shrimp comes with shell, and the shrimp cooks very rapidly, even though they are large. It usually takes only about 2 to 3 minutes to cook them. The texture of shrimp is extremely important. Most of you who have had shrimp that are overcooked, they will take on a rubbery texture. Now, the nice thing about this is that because of the shell, it will protect the shrimp, and the inside of the shrimp is always will be moist and tender as long as you do not overcook them. Next is I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of garlic. I love garlic, and the reason I put garlic toward the end of the cooking process is that because if you put garlic too early, you might get the aromatic flavor of the garlic, but you will not get the taste of the garlic. Now, one important thing about the garlic is that after you put the garlic in it, you might want to put a little bit of oil because if you don't have enough oil, the garlic will burn to the bottom surface of the wok. Even then, you still have garlic burnt, and the reason is that garlic and onion and all of these aromatic ingredients contain sugar in it, and they will cause them to caramelize. And as you can see, now the bottom is pretty much doesn't look too good. But don't worry, I'm going to use a method called spot cleaning, which sometimes is also known as deglazing. By putting fluid to the bottom of the wok, you can use the wok spatula to remove them. And in this case, instead of using water, actually I use wine. It is a Shaoxing wine. As you can see, by putting only a little bit at a time, and together with the wok spatula, I can readily remove those burnt garlic. I'm going to season the wok with a sauce that I make up. Actually, initially I make it up to coat my Thanksgiving chicken. And it contains oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, a little bit of sugar, as well as some garlic. Well, I have some extra. I thought this will work out well. Next, I'm going to spill cherry tomatoes. Now, the cherry tomatoes mainly added for visual, but it also will bring nice texture and flavor to the dish. And I do not want to cook the cherry tomato too much, so a few quick stir, the dish is ready. As you can see, this dish is extremely fast to cook. It takes only about 5 to 6 minutes, and this dish is an exemplar of the fast cooking system, which contains flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Now, obviously, stir frying allows me to cook this dish extremely fast, but it also gives me the opportunity to control the texture of this dish by adding different food ingredients at different time point of the cooking process, such as cooking the mushroom and the broccoli first, followed by the shrimp, and then lastly by the cherry tomatoes. But this dish also makes it easy and fun to cook because I use template-based cooking. And with template-based cooking, I do not have to follow a recipe. I only need to familiarize with the template, and I can make substitution accordingly. And of course, advanced prepping is what makes this cooking process so efficient. With advanced prepping, everything is already at your fingertip. And when you combine it with stir frying, and this is what makes home cooking have that kind of efficiency. Now again, convenience is everything, but flavor is also important. With this approach, with flavor chasing, you can make adjustment to the dish the way you want. And finally, I garnish it with some scallion that I already have in my advanced prepping. What makes home cooking sustainable is that whether you can make home cooking to match the convenience of fast and ultra-processed food. And most of us usually take about 30 minutes or less if we eat fast and ultra-processed food to gather the food ingredients that we need. But with this method, you can match that speed. Okay, I hope you will give this a try, and the goal of my cooking system is that ultimately to help you to reach the efficiency that will bring with fast and ultra-processed food. So you can use home cooking to substitute for fast and ultra-processed food. And particularly if you can use flavor chasing and create a flavor that you love and enjoy, you will have no desire to eat fast and ultra-processed food. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.